let's just get into it, man. So how did you get into the space of esports and 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 find yourself like really immersed in this crazy world of esports because it's not just one thing, it's multifaceted.
Yeah, it really is. My journey into the tech and esports space was, I guess, I'll say in quotes, not traditional.
Hmm.
Um, I grew up in a low income household with a single mother who did not have the resources and funds to be dropping money for consoles.
Right.
And that was, I think, my childhood and obviously the childhoods of a lot of people growing up. Um, so while I couldn't play games in the way that I wanted to, I found growing up, I watched YouTube all the time and I would just watch other people play video games. And to me, being immersed in that was so cool and it was just as interesting, at least for me at the time, than playing video games because I still got to see the story, see the characters, have somebody play it without dying all the time, which
Right.
would not happen if I was playing. And I think that was just always in the back of my head was I loved spectating, I loved watching other people play video games, and that was like a big driver in me finally getting into the space. But originally, I went into university at TMU, Toronto Metropolitan
Big
University.
Toronto.
Yeah, in the media production program because I wanted to go into broadcast journalism. I wanted to be on television. I wanted to deliver the news, and I
Oh
very
yeah.
quickly realized that I would rather be behind the scenes than in front of the camera. I then went into audio, where I did radio and podcasting for a number of years for work. Then during the pandemic, I kind of pivoted and went into television production. I ended up working at Toronto's local news station doing programming, and then at an entertainment news show called eTalk. I'm
Ah
doing
yeah.
production coordinating work. And that was fun, and I loved it, and it was still the media aspect that I wanted. But it wasn't until my final year of university that I ended up working in the Red Bull Gaming Hub, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, for my senior thesis project. And I was in there every day for 6 months, blood, sweat, and tears in the lab, working on a completely virtual fashion art exhibit. And
Oh,
I loved it so much. I got to work with game design technology for the first time, like Unreal and Twinmotion, and it was just such like a new, uncharted place for me, but I felt immediately at home.
yeah.
I knew that I didn't know everything about the space, but I wanted to learn, and I had really great professors and peers who kind of helped me along that process. So by the time I had finished that project, I went to my professor, who was also the manager of the lab, and said, "Look, you need to give me a job. You need to give me a job here.
Okay.
I love it here. I want to improve the space. What can I do to help? Let me, please." And I got the job, and ever since I've been working in the lab and helping out with different tournaments and workshops, and it has been the best
Yeah.
experience of my life. So
Wow, you've had that's a lot of experience gained in the last what's it? I don't know, few years. I'm guessing.